Yo, what's up, guitar nerdizzles? I got a new guitar from my nice friends at Musikmeier. We talked about doing something for Music Man for a while. I have a Steve Morse, which is of course right above my finger where no one can see it. Let me show you, come on. I had this thing for quite a while. It's the Purple Sunset. I always wanted to have a Steve Morse, and I recorded so much with this. I love this guitar. Look at the bird's eye maple neck on it. It's a brilliant guitar. It has some of the best tuners I've ever had on a guitar, even though, which is weird, they're Schuller, because Schuller sucks now. A lot of Schuller tuners absolutely suck. These are great. So, it's... Someone's doing fireworks outside. Weird. What a great guitar, and I played so many tune skis with this. So, well, I put this on the floor. But I said, let's do something else. And I'm like, what would you be interested in me showing to you guys? And they're like, well, we really want to show the St. Vincent. And I'm like, really? First time I saw pictures of this, I was like, we're doomed. They have music industry, guitar industry has nothing more to show. That's just strange. Sorry for the fireworks outside. No idea what's going on. So, but then I realized it's a signature model. So signature model is different. Whatever the lady, is her name St. Vincent? I don't think so. I don't know what her name is. I don't know. With the hair, whatever she wants, that's what she gets. It's a signature model, so you can't fault a company for someone wanting something unique to them. So either you like it or you don't. I mean, the dime, you know, with the pointy stuff and the huge headstock. Hey, or the Majesty. Put what you want, put what you get. Come on. So that's different. And I said, sure, send it. Because I love rosewood necks. Any guitar with a rosewood neck or the Schecter. The Nick Johnston with a wangy neck. That's my kind of thing. For some reason, I pick up guitars with dark, natural necks. I'm like, ha, which is why my signature guitar right there has a neck similar to that. So even though I thought that the St. Vincent was questionable in design, hey, signature model, fine, let her do her thing. And secondly, that rosewood neck. So said, ship it. What colors do you have? And the guys were, well, I'm like, hey, the blue is cool. Blue and white, that works. Yeah, but we have this new limited edition and we'd really like to show you that. I'm like, okay. Two-tone sunburst. I'm like, okay. Two-tone burst, why not? With gold hardware. Now, I'm not a friend of gold hardware. I say, well, look, this guitar is so polarizing. Let's call it that. So polarizing anyway. Ship it any way you want. And ship it they did. Already. Made a lot of fingerprints. So here it is. And it's the kind of guitar that you either love or you hate. But is it? Well, I wanted to hate it. I wanted to hate the shape. I wanted to hate the 3 mini humbucker thing. Absolutely god-awful gold with... But... I think this guitar has one problem. And the problem is, you're never going to check it out because you're going to look at it like, ooh, no. You play this for a day and a half, and you literally don't care what it looks like. That's just a fact. This is a brilliant axe. And on the limited edition, we have these mother of pearl, probably plastic, but looking kind of half translucent. No, the mother of pearly tune skis on it. Locking tuners, again Schuller, which again Schuller now sucks. I've had so many Schuller tuners that really do suck. I have a 6,000 euro Quenzel with Schuller tuners that do suck. I think Schuller still brings the A game for Music Man because they're good. They're not the sucky ones that Schuller now hands around like crazy. These are good. So it must be a different run that they're doing. I can't tell you tons of stats because I'm not a stat guy. It feels as if the guitar kind of goes a little bit to the left. Kind of feels like a one of those SG type things. It definitely has a long scale. I'm gonna go, this is probably a 1, 2, like a 3 young trout scale. Vladimir Halinen, check out Vladimir Halinen's YouTube channel. Vladimir Halinen. We decided we don't know about scales, so we're gonna go with a scale, fish, 3 trouts, that's about the scale of this guitar. Because who cares, play the damn thing. No, I like 24.5 inch scales. No, just play it, okay? You can't decide whether you like a guitar from stats. You have to pick up an instrument. Look at this absolutely gorgeous neck. Let's see, show other cameras there. There, oh wow, look at this rosewood neck. It's painted up here, a little bit sealed, but here it's pure wood. Obviously it's bolt on with a 5-point bolty thing. We have a 2-piece mahogany body. It is African mahogany, which I think is called kaya, but what do I know? It's extremely lightweight, which also could be because the guitar is very slim. It's long, but it's very thin. It's long, but it's very thin. You get it. 3 mini humbuckers by Damasio, volume tone, and you can't see it, but beautifully done shaping. So you can see this V. Can you see the V in the body? It's actually an optical illusion. Now you see the V right there. That's actually kind of nice that it's there, but it is there because of the shaping. Here, it is the tiniest bit slanted, but that's really only to get the guitar looking symmetrical. Because here, it's the typical, can you see this? You know, the armrest kind of shape. But from the front, it looks, here you can see it, see? You don't see this at all from looking at the guitar from the front. So you have the typical armrest shape, and they hid that, they hid that. They hid that beautifully by doing this V. Absolutely awesome. The typical Music Man truss rod adjustment here with a little wrench. That is very, very cool. What else do we have? Of course, side dots. These dots are so weird because when you look at them, you think you're actually cross-eyed. You think you need glasses. You think you're not focusing right. Just like this thing right here. Let's go to the guitar cam. See? I think my eyes are going nuts. That is so mean. I think that's kind of like, you know, St. Vincent's kind of signature thing. Totally weird, which is also on the case, which I'll show you in a second. Let's look at the case and we'll talk about more about the guitar. We talk about more about the guitar. That's wrong. What a case. Holy crap. There, Music Man. You have a little sticker on here. Also with the St. Vincent kind of, you think you're looking wrong logo thing. It's just a very, very solid case. It's bigger than the Fender case that they have right now. So, but the guitar is longer. So in here, form shaped. You see, it's shaped like the guitar. It's absolutely solid in here. Comes with extra springs, 2 of them for the tremolo, and some case goodies. You know, cleaner, Music Man sticker, little instructions, and something where John Petrucci looks cool and says, "Hey." So, very, very nice case. In Germany, the guitar clocks in at 2,500 euro. Usually in the Sunburst. I don't know if this limited edition clocks in at that, but I think so. In the US, depending on the color, there's a all white one, seafoam kind of blue with white. There's a Sunburst with silver hardware. Then this limited edition, and they have one that is all black, which is weird. Black hardware, black guitar, but not all of it flat black, which weird for this guitar because it's really not a metal axe. But in the US they clock in between 1,800 and 2,000 or 1899 and 1999, which is an absolute steal for this guitar. Because let's talk about the tonal qualities. You might not like the look. You might love the look. You might not want a Tele, a Strat, a Les Paul, an Explorer. You might want something different. And this most certainly is something different. So that hits that kind of buyer. But what is amazing about it is just the way it plays. Everything about it is a good guitar. From this thing for the truss rod adjustment, from the, let's see, go to the guitar cam, maybe we can see this. For the, individually adjusted nut for intonation. So each of these little things, the string pops out at a different length. Everything about it is a high-class instrument. Pickup positions. From the first moment I was like, wait a second, that's not a neck pickup. I'll try it. That's a Tele sound. Why is that? Well, because this position is actually these two pickups, neck and bridge. In the second position, see if you can guess it. Yeah, there's something out of phasey. So it's all three pickups, but I think these are in series and this is in parallel or the other way around. There's something weird going on, which gives you this Strat position 4 type sound, which is very nice for soloing. And then in position 3, we have neck, middle, bridge. So the back 3 positions are what you would expect. The first 2 are different. First one is this, second one is all 3. Here we have the typical humbucker sound that you would expect from the neck pickup. So the guitar gives you a lot of familiar sounds without being any other guitar, which is kind of cool. And I love you in position 1 and you got this twangy kind of. I'll give you a couple more sounds, but I'll bitch about a few things. For now, again, this is not a full-on review. I'd have to play this thing for quite a while. So far, I love playing it. I love the sounds I'm getting. I love the playability. Up to the point where I'm really looking forward to pulling it off the wall when I come in here. Forgetting about all of this. Really, just forgetting about it. And if you can't forget about it, you might actually start to like it. You might actually start to embrace the fact that it's different. Why do you have to look like Hendrix? If it's a great guitar, who gives a shit? I think. So, one thing is because form over functionality, because the form clearly is a statement, you don't have a good cutaway. So we got 12, 15, 17, 19, and that's kind of where it ends, and you have to really fiddle to get up here. So no, you don't have good access to up to the 22nd fret. No, you don't. It's not a shreddy kind of guitar for the high fret access. That's one thing. Second thing is with all the gold hardware, metal, all nice. The knobs are plastic and they look really cheap. I'm sorry. Even worse on the blue with white, the guitar looks like department store level. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful guitar in blue, but, well, it's a guitar in blue, but with the knobs look cheap as plastic. And here, they are not why not make them metal? I know there's special knobs designed for this guitar, which is cool. You don't have the traditional knob, and they're nice and grippy. But the fact that they're plastic on a guitar for $2,500 doesn't feel good. I don't like that. So they should be metal. The pickguard is one ply. It's just a plastic pickguard, but it feels plasticky. It doesn't feel like a Strat pickguard or something. It's really nice with the beveled edges. Absolutely nicely done in that style of the guitar. It works, but it feels cheap. It doesn't look like it, it's fine, but when you're sitting here, it's like, this feels like cheap plastic. And I don't know, like on the Nick Johnson or something, it doesn't feel like cheap plastic. It feels like a, maybe it's because it's a 3-ply, I don't know. But this isn't, maybe if it was perloid or something, just this plastic doesn't feel nice. These are, I'm looking for tiny things I can bitch about. Plasticky knobs, plasticky feeling pickguard, because it's made out of plastic, duh. And this is something that I don't understand. Why do companies put these cavity covers on top of the guitar? Now, PRS does it on their S2s, which is weird because they don't do it on their SEs. So the SEs are a lot cheaper, but they're recessed. And now these guitars are made with CNC machines, which means all you have to do is program the machine to grab another tool and do another run and make a little cut. And then you have that recessed. So Music Man got halfway away with it by making these metal. So these are not plastic covers. That's a pro. And because they're metal, they can be a lot thinner. So if you look at it from the side, they are very, very thin. So they don't stick out a lot. And that's nice. But I don't think there's a reason that this can't be cut out and recessed. So yeah, they made the metal. Way to go, Music Man. That's cool. But it feels like having the machine take another 2 minutes to do this is not cost prohibitive, I feel. Very nice, very positive. You can clearly see there's a big gas vibrato block in there, which is definitely responsible for a lot of the great tone that it has. I said already it is extremely lightweight, and because it's so thin, it feels very ergonomic. So, if you came here to hear the guitar, boo-hoo. Let's do some sounds. This is of course the Revv Generator 740. I'm gonna put the JHS Morning Glory in front of it because that is fun. Check this out. And now this position. And now all three, which is way cool. There's a lot of fun to be had here. And it can rock. Yeah, so you'll hear a lot more from this thing because it is a joy to play. Again, not a review, just some pros and cons after 2 days. The price tag is fully justified. I say this. It feels, plays, and sounds and delivers like a guitar in the upper price range. If we're talking about $2,500, this is absolutely a great axe to work with some great benefits, and some things were like, well, you know, upper fret access, and I'm sorry, but you have to look at it. Which, with every day, gets easier. Because a guitar that is so great to play and so unique in its pickup configuration, all this, you might start to love it. The problem is, many of you will probably walk right past it in a store. Don't do that. Pick it up, spend an hour with it. You might just walk out of the store with it. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Because what this has, no other guitar has. That neck, that pickup configuration. If you're in blues, country, territory, pop, rock, indie, one thing I think is very sad is that a lot of the demos I see, the Music Man demos, and also the what she does with it, a lot of it is big time fuzz single note stuff. And she does some cool stuff with that, but that type of sound, a fuzz destroys your sound, which is kind of the idea, making it gnarly, but I don't think you need a great guitar for that. That you could do with a lot of things. Like Tim Pierce used a $20 guitar he got from the pawn shop for his fuzz sounds with glued on pickups, because that works for him. So I have a feeling that this guitar isn't getting the attention, at least in the videos and the demos that I've seen, that it deserves. And I'll see what I can do with it. So that's it. Links below to this thing. Thanks to Musikmeier for letting me check it out. Animals at the end. As always, you know what I'm trying to say.
I've been waiting and again that you're gone for good. Think about it, burn your lighters, wish I only could. Forget your bonnets that you keep appearing in my dreams like a vision, a decision that's been made as it seems. But don't leave me standing here like an idiot in the rain. Oh, I miss the tender kisses and your lovely smile, and I damn, those are the men who made you say goodbye. Should've known that I'd blown it when